You want me to put that on my Tudor?
Kate kept Harry's wife away. Tatiana Christina writes in the Mirror, Kate Middleton was the reason Harry's wife did not go to Balmoral after the Queen's death. As we approach the one-year anniversary since Queen Elizabeth II passed away, the Mirror has seen fit to revisit the reason why Harry's wife didn't attend. Harry's wife's spat with Kate Middleton might be more complicated than we thought. With the recent news that the Duke and Duchess of Sussex might never permanently move to the United Kingdom because of Harry's wife's refusal to curtsy to the Princess of Wales, it's a good time to remember that she might have also been the reason Harry's wife did not attend Queen Elizabeth II's funeral last year. Well, that's not quite right, because she did attend the funeral. What you mean is she didn't go to Balmoral. Very good, making a mistake in the second paragraph there. The 96-year-old longest-reigning British monarch passed away peacefully on September the 8th of last year with two of her children, Princess Anne and Prince Charles, by her bedside. She was at Balmoral Castle in the north of Scotland when she passed away, and was where her family gathered after her death. Prince William, Edward, Andrew and Sophie Wessex arrived quickly, while Prince Harry travelled separately on a commercially rented jet. Initial reports stated that Harry's wife would accompany her husband to his grandmother's funeral, but he showed up alone. Again, you've got it wrong. She did accompany him to the funeral. What you mean is accompany him to Balmoral. According to the Daily Mail, the Suits actress changed her mind because of Kate Middleton. According to reports, Harry's plan to accompany Harry raised eyebrows, while one insider revealed that Charles told Harry that Harry's wife was not welcome. Now, the Mirror is going back in time, digging up this information about what went on. They go on to state it's unclear why Harry's wife was not welcome, or why Kate was the reasoning behind her staying in California. But it's no secret that the brothers William and Harry are still not on good terms, with no plans to reunite. Recently, Andrew Morton, the author of the book Diana, Her True Story, believes that the rocky relationship between Harry's wife and Kate Middleton might be the reason that she and Prince Harry never moved to the UK permanently. He said that Harry's wife and her husband have their own commitments in the United States as well, but a more personal reason might keep Harry an ocean apart from his homeland. The author went on Sky News Sunday and was asked by Trevor Phillips if he thought that Harry and Harry's wife might one day have a British address. What? And have Harry's wife curtsy to Kate Middleton? I don't think so, he answered. Now, he's probably right about that, because the act of having to curtsy to the nemesis is an offence to Harry's wife's need for control, and therefore her narcissism will guide her in a way so as to not to have to do it. There's the possibility that she could move and would simply refuse to curtsy, but it would be easier for her not to be there in the first place. And indeed, there are plenty of other reasons why she wouldn't move to the United Kingdom, not least because her narcissism sees the entire country as hostile to her, the media hostile to her, and large sections of the royal family hostile to her. Remember, her narcissism is a self-defense mechanism, and given those immense threats to control that are posed by the media, the family, and the British populace, her narcissism is simply going to say, each time the issue of the United Kingdom pops up on the radar, no, you can't go there. You've got to stay and look after the children. No, you can't go there. You've got to do some more work in resurrecting the Tig. No, you can't go there. You need to do a pap walk coming out of the dentist's. Whatever it might be, her narcissism will steer her away from an attendance in the United Kingdom to protect her from these threats to control. Morton went on to add, I don't see it as a runner. They've got their own lives in California. They've got their own set. They've got their own influence, and they've got their own companies. His comments come days before Prince Harry is visiting England to attend a charity awards ceremony. But he won't be stopping by to visit his father or brother. It'll be a short trip as Harry needs to attend the opening ceremony of the Invictus Games, a tournament he created to support serving and veteran military personnel. The article, therefore, doesn't tell us precisely what it was about Kate that caused Harry's wife to fail to attend Balmoral. And I think it's actually more likely that it was other factors that told Harry's wife, "You're not coming," as opposed to her deciding, "Oh, I'm not coming because of Kate." At that juncture, remember, although she perceived the press and the populace as somewhat hostile, she hadn't received, for instance, the reactions that she did when she turned up for the funeral. She hadn't yet been subjected to the icy stare of the Princess of Wales, who quite properly at the Windsor Walkabout dealt with her magnificently. She hadn't yet been subjected to the full isolation of members of the royal family, as was seen from shielding Sophie and Princess Anne and Camilla taking place at the Queen's funeral. That will have rattled her to the core. The fact that the press once again were lacking in complimentary comments about her, that although at the Windsor walkout people did greet her in the crowd, there was the memorable instance where a woman blanked her. There will also be instances where there would have been unpopular comments made towards her, and, most importantly of all, members of the royal family would not have been best pleased to deal with her after her behaviour towards them as a whole and in relation to the Queen as she was dying. Remember, Harry's wife was still issuing threats towards Queen Elizabeth when she knew that Queen Elizabeth was dying. She made mention in her Cut interview about how she hadn't signed an NDA and she could say what she wanted, specifically issuing that threat there and then for the purpose of asserting control over the royal family. So, although the Mirror suggests that it was Kate that there was the reason as to why Harry's wife didn't go to Balmoral after the Queen's death, I think it's more likely that at that juncture, Harry's wife actually did want to go, and she was simply told, "We don't want you here." That she was already seen for the troublemaker that she is, and at such a solemn occasion as the death of the Queen, the last thing they needed was an attention seeker such as Harry's wife turning up and making it all about her. So I don't think it's necessarily accurate that the Mirror states that it was Kate that prevented Harry's wife from attending. I think it was simply down to the fact that she was told that she wasn't attending, and then thereafter, as a consequence of the gathering distaste that the nation had for her, her narcissism has since recognised that the public, the press, and the royal family don't want anything to do with her and are uncomplimentary about her, and indeed in certain quarters actively dislike her, which means time and time again her defensive narcissism means that she won't attend the United Kingdom. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.